Assalamualaikum and a very good morning everyone. I hope you are in the pink of health, especially free from flu. Because today we are going to talk about how important our nose are in making choices.
I'd like to ask you all a question. So this morning when you were getting ready and look yourself on the mirror, what was the first thing on your face you looked at? Some of you might check your eyes first, perhaps to see if it's clean or not, while others might have to check their skin first to see if the pimple cream they applied last night was working. But have any of you ever noticed and appreciated your nose first? It is quite rare, isn't it? So here's a fun fact. We actually can see our nose 90% of the time, even now without looking in the mirror. However, we tend to ignore it because our brain has adapted to overlook it and allowing us to focus more on the critical aspect of our surrounding. For example, your partner's face. Now you might be wondering why I am talking so much about the nose. That is because our topic for today's presentation is nose is needed in making decisions.
We are second-year dental students. The topics that were taught by our lecturers are closely related to olfaction, as olfactory organs are located mainly at the head and neck region. The reason why we chose this topic is because reading all the facts about olfaction is fascinating, and this has made us study and did an internet research on olfaction.
This topic discusses the inclusion of the sense of smell in the realm of aesthetics, which traditionally focuses on visual and auditory experiences. It is arguably that smell, despite being considered subjective and lacking objective features like harmony or proportion, it should not be dismissed from aesthetic studies, especially given the historical significance of olfactory artifacts like perfumes and wines. Today's discussion is divided into two main parts. The first part integrates olfaction into philosophical studies of aesthetic perception. The second part, on the other hand, draws on neuroscientific studies to provide a positive outlook on how neuroscience can benefit philosophical aesthetics.
Without further ado, let's continue with the central or main ideas that are emphasized in this topic. The first central point concerns the importance of refinement for aesthetic experience as an active engagement with the stimulus features in perceptual processing. Furthermore, the olfactory enhances the aesthetic theorizing from the odor of an object. Apart from that, the neuroscientific discoveries on the perception of smell through cognitive penetration and the structure of olfactory perception in aesthetic dimensions. And last but not least, refined olfactory perception is an important decision-making process and the fate of aesthetic theorizing in the age of neuroscience.